race of the night, the Limited Sportsman Trophy Dash. On the pole in car 74 from Columbus, it's Ken Sword. Alongside in number 10 from Grove City, Ohio, the driver Robin Pennington. Third on the inside of the second row, Carl Stapleton. And outside from Powell, Ohio, your fast qualifier, Mike Rush. 4 cars, 4 laps, your Limited Sportsman Trophy Dash. Again, these are stock frame cars. They run on a specially made wide Department of Transportation street tire, and they get around here really quick. 1 lap down, Robin Pendleton ahead by a nose, coming across the start-finish line. But now Sword battles back on the inside. They'll be halfway, 2 laps down, 2 to go, this time by. It's still Sword on the inside, Pendleton on the outside. White flag this time. Sword with an advantage through turns 1 and 2. Pendleton tries to battle back in the high groove. But your winner will be Ken Sword. Second is Robin Pendleton. Third, Carl Stapleton. And fourth, Mike Rush. The winner. The car is sponsored by Press Expressions Printing, the Bargain Bookstore, Butch Bando Concrete, All City Auto Wrecking, Bose Filters. The next event will be the Limited Sportsman Heat Race. On the pole in car number 5, it's Bob Gruball. Alongside in 48, Willie Bigham. Tony Signs starts on the inside of the second row in car number 6, and flanking him in car number 7, it's Mike Cyrus. The third row consists of car number 9, Jim Cruz, and car 77, Bob Bocook. Then comes car number 20, Mike Brown. Car 1, that's driven by Mike Carroll. And in 44, we have a name, J.V. Lease, L-E-A-S-E, Lease in 44. 8 racing laps, the first heat for the Limited Sportsman cars. Willie Bigham in 48 leads into turn number 3, but we've got a spin. Tony Signs in car number 6 with a spin. Flag held by our assistant flagman, Droopy Drawers, signifying 1 more lap before we get underway. Gruball and Bigham on the front row. Again, Mike Carroll in car number 1 with a problem apparently keeping that car in gear. Meantime, Willie Bigham is the leader in car 48. But Mike Cyrus now moves past into the lead. Cyrus the leader in car number 7. It's Mike Cyrus, Willie Bigham, Bob Bocook, and Mike Brown. 2 laps out of this 8-lap event are in the record books. Bigham spins into the infield in turn number 2 or 4. Mike Cyrus remains the leader. Mike Brown is second. And Bob Bocook third. Mike Brown looks for a way underneath Cyrus for that lead. Cyrus holds that low groove. Now Bocook in 77 challenges Brown for the second spot. The 7 car is your leader. Bocook can't quite make a pass of Brown in turn 1. Your winner will be, Cyrus sideways in 4. Brown closes. It'll be close at the finish. The winner, Mike Cyrus. Second goes to Mike Brown. Third, Bob Bocook. Close finish. First ever heat win for this driver in the Sportsman division. Ohio, car number 02, Charlie Osborne. Alongside in 31, from Ridgeway, it's Dennis Kelly. Kelly in 31. Second row from Hilliard, Ohio, car 55, it's John Strobel, and flanking him in car 29, Bob Justice. The third row, Russ Bob from Beaver Creek, and car number 00, Dick Kelly. Then comes car 0, that's Donnie Hill. And finally on the tail, Jim Kidd in 25. 8 racing laps. Osborne in 02 holds that low groove. Kelly tries to move down, wasn't clear, and was unable to get the spot from Osborne. 1 lap down, 7 remain. Osborne the leader. Dennis Kelly now runs second. Third is John Strobel in car 55. Charlie Osborne begins to stretch it out over Dennis Kelly, John Strobel, and the rest of the field. The cross flag signifying halfway this time around, halfway. Kelly, I'm not sure if he got into Russ Bob or not. Russ Bob did spin. Looked like Dennis Kelly was trying to get stopped. We're not sure if he did or not. Down, Charlie Osborne, Dennis Kelly, John Strobel, and Bob Justice. Your top 4 cars. Osborne continues to lead. Good tussle going on for that 4th spot back there between Justice, Kidd, and Kelly. Kelly tries to force the issue under Justice, but thinks better of it, entering turn 1. Strobel now tries the outside of Dennis Kelly. White flag. Charlie Osborne, the leader. Dennis Kelly is second. John Strobel third. Half a lap now to go. And the winner will be from Blacklick, Ohio, Charlie Osborne. Second place is close. We'll have to check and see who finished second. But no doubt about the winner, it was Charlie Osborne. We have been inundated with close finishes in 1991 here at the Speedway. Finishing second was John Strobel in 55. Third went to Dennis Kelly in 31. So Strobel did pull off the last lap. Raced here many years at the Speedway. The driver, a past track champion, Don Wetnall. And your fast qualifier feature winner a week ago by mere inches over Vallow. Hails from New Carlisle, Ohio. Set quick time tonight. Perkins Auto sails the entry. By the way, Dick Dunleavy is second in the NASCAR Winston Racing Series regional point standings. To Vallow, it's Dick Dunleavy. 4 cars, your 4 laps. Blackford with the advantage down the straightaway. Vallow sideways into 1. And Wetnall nipping at the heels of the yellow 21 car. Wetnall tries to move inside of Vallow, can't get the job done, and we'll have a yellow. Our heirs to the throne aplenty. We'll get a start the next time by Bussy Blackford, the leader. John Vallow second. Dick Dunleavy and Don Wetnall round out the field. 1 lap down. Blackford got a big advantage on the start. It is up to the leader to set the pace on the start. Halfway this time. Vallow, Dunleavy, and Wetnall in tow. White flag this time as Vallow closes on your leader. Blackford holds that advantage. It's down to a half car length in turn 3, but your winner from New Lebanon, Ohio, Bussy Blackford. Second goes to John Vallow, the Miamisburg, Ohio driver. Third is Dick Dunleavy Jr. And fourth, Don Wetnall. Denny Dean, and alongside in number 26 it's Bob Edwards. The second row, car 23, is Greg Markham, and alongside car number 4, Larry Harris. The third row, car number 91, it's Scott Drake, and outside from Pickerington, Ohio, Lonnie Rush. Row number 4, car 51, the driver is Bob Fye, and alongside of Fye in car 10, it's Bill Cantley. And finally, car 36, Randy Van Zant. They'll race 10 laps. the first late model heat race. By the way, I mentioned earlier about the inversion draw that Dunleavy took care of earlier this evening, being the fast qualifier. That chore is always given to the fast qualifier. Dunleavy drew a 10 out of the hat. Now what that means is that he will begin his quest for the Bob Evans Memorial Day Classic from 10th position. That's 10th starting position, and the 10th fast qualifier will start on the pole. So that's how that works. The inversion draw that went on at the beginning of the Trophy Dash yielded a 10. Dunleavy will start 10th. Racing laps. Denny Dean, the leader. Second is Bob Edwards. Third, Greg Markham. Still Denny Dean holds on to that lead. Two laps down. Dean sideways in turn 2. The new leader is Edwards. Now Markham makes his move around Denny Dean for that second spot. It's Bob Edwards, Greg Markham, Denny Dean. They'll be halfway the next time by the start-finish line. Edwards still holds on to that slim margin. Markham looks for a way around. Meantime, Bill Cantley on the move from his, must have been 6th or 7th starting spot. Cantley will make it a 3-car fray. So Bill Cantley draws up on the back of his own car he owns, the 26 car. However, he drives the 10 car tonight. White flag. Now Markham with an advantage through turns 1 and 2. And the new leader will be Greg Markham. A last lap pass. We'll see if he can hold on to it. And he does. Your winner, Greg Markham. Second goes to Bill Cantley. Third, Bob Edwards. An exciting race for the late model first heat race. '61 is Mike Ward, and alongside of him in '67, Pat Jones. The second row in car 70, it's Joe Hill, and alongside in '77, Paul Sheffer. Then comes car number 1, Terry Humphrey, and car number 9, Danny Eves. Next row, car 49, it's Ed Duncan, and alongside in car number 94, Robbie Dean. And on the tail in car number 19, Carlton Smith. Racing laps. Mike Ward, the early leader in 61. Pat Jones, a close second. Ward begins to stretch it out over Pat Jones. Terry Humphrey is on the move, now outside of Jones for second spot. Mike Ward from Mechanicsburg, Ohio, the leader in 61. Three laps now complete. Humphrey clears Jones, sets his sights on Ward. Humphrey will try to reel in the black 61. Halfway this time, 5 laps completed. Good race back there for that 4th spot. Robbie Dean now up to 3rd. Terry Humphrey unable to cut into that lead, held by Mike Ward. Flag this time for Mike Ward. The race for that 2nd spot heats up between Humphrey and Dean. The winner of heat race number 2, Mike Ward in car 61. Terry Humphrey finishes 2nd. 3rd is Robbie Dean. 4th, Dan Eves. And finishing 5th, Joe Hill. Okay, into the street stock preliminary events. This is the fastest 4 qualifiers in the street stock division. On the pole in car number 24, Mike Hamilton. And alongside in car number 2, Danny Brown. The 2nd row consists of car 22, Donald Parsons III. And your fast qualifier with a time of 17.542. In car number 6, Bill Wellman. 4 laps for these, your fastest 4 street stock qualifiers. Hamilton, your leader. Dan Brown is 2nd. Donald Parsons challenging Brown for 2nd spot. 1 lap down, 3 remain. And still Mike Hamilton, your leader, halfway. White flag this time. Brown and Parsons unable to do anything with the Car 24, your leader, Mike Hamilton. Very evenly matched cars in the street stock division. Brown slips. Parsons takes over second. But your winner will be car 24, Mike Hamilton. Donald Parsons finishes second. Third goes to Dan Brown. And fourth, Bill Wellman. Sponsors on the car, Hilliard Tire Center and Maynard's Towing and Auto Parts. The lineup goes like this. Mike Taylor in 23 and alongside Scott McCandlish. Brian New is on the inside of row number 2 in car 41, and alongside of him in car 87, Randall Borman. The third row in car number 90, it's Eric Nachman. And alongside Eric, Dean Stuckey. Then comes car number 08, Jerry Pauly. Car 35, Tom Idle. And car 66, Paul Baker Jr. Eight racing laps. The street stock first heat race. Abreast over in turn number 3. Mike Taylor the leader. Brian New is second. Eric Nachman up to third. Dean Stuckey with a fancy move inside of Randall Borman. Borman will try to recover in turn 4 and does so. Stuckey up to fourth. Nachman now closing, knocking on the door, so to speak. And Nachman takes over around Mike Taylor in 23. Dean Stuckey up to third in car 98. Dean Stuckey, a lot of laps under this guy's belt. Been racing here for many years. He is up to second. 4 laps down, halfway this time by. There's Dean Stuckey. He's got a memorabilia collection of old-time clippings from the Central Ohio area of racing that you would not believe. Nachman still holds on to the lead. Stuckey in hot pursuit. Now Idle will give chase in 35, and closing on Idle is Paul Baker after starting last. And now Idle moves into second. Tom Idle in 35, chasing Nachman. White flag this time by. Nachman still holds that low groove, and the winner will be Eric Nachman. Idle runs second. Third goes to Paul Baker Jr., and finishing fourth, Dean Stuckey. Goes like this: Clyde Trowbridge and Rick Rodewald on the front row. Then comes Steve Snap and Craig Osborne. The third row is Phil Gussler, and alongside him, Buddy Townsend. Then we've got car 44, Joe DeFelice, and car number 3, Butch McAllister. And finally, Don Parsons Sr. in 12, and Bubba Parsons in 25. 8 laps to go. Flag. A major league collision on the front stretch. Deep down the front stretch. Steve Snap underneath, Buddy Townsend on the outside, and they'll race for the lead. Complete 3 laps this time by. Still door to door. They'll complete lap number 5. And Phil Gussler loses a tire in car number 4. Shirts at the novelty stand down near the just to the turn 1 side of the tower. Check out the new Columbus Motor Speedway t-shirts down there. Steve Snap the leader. 4 laps are down. Buddy Townsend is second. Joe DeFelice runs third. Now DeFelice moves alongside of Buddy Townsend. He'll challenge Snap through turn 4. Five laps now under their belts. Snap hard into turn 3, slides up into DeFelice, banks off of him and keeps going. White flag this time. It's a close race. down, 2 to go. Don Parsons Sr., the leader. White flag this time. Don Parsons, the leader. Buddy Townsend nipping at his heels. Now Townsend forces the issue. He'll try the inside. And the winner will be Don Parsons Sr. Second is Buddy Townsend. Third, Clyde Trowbridge, followed by Craig Osborne and Bubba Darrell Parsons. And Bubba with a little extracurricular activities down in turn number 1.